Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm Nicki.
And we are Just Two Lassies. So Nicki, why are we doing this podcast?
Well, basically, my head's full of shit to be thrown in, to be perfectly honest with you. And I know yours is as well.
Yeah, oh my god. Yes.
So initially, Sam had mentioned about a podcast, and I've always kind of wanted to do a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, because of them and the shite I was so naturally it just kind of grew arms and legs, and then we ended up getting really excited about it.
Yeah, we spoke about it for a bit, and there was all this like build up of it, but there's not really any action.
Yeah.
But then we came into the new year, fresh minded. The salon's up, it's running, business is going good. So we're like, what else? What more can we add?
Yeah, and just get creative as well. Like, we're really good at our jobs, we're establishing our jobs, and just to have a creative project that's separate from that. Even though we're filming in the salon, it is still separate because we're going to talk about everything girl. All the stuff that girlies talk about with their friends. Some taboo subjects as well. Maybe a little Jeffy, which is just part of our personality.
Do you know, it's just part of the vocabulary now. Like, I don't even think about it. It just flows naturally, and that's just how we talk.
Yeah, exactly. So this is why we've wanted to do it, just to get down to nitty-gritty, and then everything that's in our heads that we want to get out, we're going to put out for you guys to listen to. So hopefully there's some, you can relate to it. You can get a laugh out of it. And we'll see what happens.
Take it as it comes, guys. Just have a look into all the shite that we talk about. And I'll say you're welcome right now.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I feel like that was good. It's not naturally.
Yeah, I feel like that flowed quite well. That was good.
We've tried to do this once or twice before, and we got a bit nervous. Camera
shy. We're so camera shy.
But here's to the first.
Cheers,
first filming.
Here we go.
Just Two Lassies.
Here we go. Right, so getting into life in your 30s. I'm 34.
I'm also 34. There's 2 weeks between us, isn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a week or 2 weeks between us. We were in the same year at school, but 2 different schools. And I only met you. Oh, that was years ago. I never argued them.
Oh, don't remind us of that. We need to cut that out. We're not doing sponsorships. So
no, we're not doing sponsorships.
That can get cut that. So, we used to go out clubbing together back in the old Mega Bar days, mate.
Mate, that podium at Mega Bar. That R&B room at Mega Bar. Just one more night. Would you ever want to go back and then just relive one night going out? Getting pissed. Yeah.
Depends what age you're talking about.
Not right now.
No, not right now. No.
I'm Joe.
My body can't handle clubbing at this age. I'm at 9 p.m. tucked up, let's get the tap on. I'm not, I can't do this.
That ship seems.
Yeah, it's always tricky.
But at this age, here we are now, the main thing that I'm really seeing is basically a lot of comparisons. So you've got Instagram, you've got Facebook, everything that we know we follow on there and vice versa. And you're looking at your peers' lives, and maybe they're married or they've been with a partner for years and they're starting to have kids or they have kids. And when you look at that and you've not got that, you kind of think,
what am I doing wrong?
Exactly. Is it me? I'm the only common denominator here. Yeah. So it must be me. And then you start to question yourself.
Oh my God, your brain goes into overdrive. You start thinking, right, so if they've got, their job is lined up, they're married, they've got, like you said, they've got kids, they've got the house, and then you're sitting and you're the bipolar opposite. And you're like, okay, so what have I done different to what they've done? And why am I at where I'm at? Instead of remove yourself completely from that way of thinking and be like, do you know what? I'm actually smashing it where I am right now. Look at what I've got. I've got a roof over my head, I've got a car can get me from A to B, got healthy children, got, the salon, got work,
And that's the difference as well. So me and Sam are kind of same but different. So Sam has 2 children. and they're 14 and
11.
And 11. So they're basically teenagers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I have absolutely no children. None, nada, and 2 nephews. That's the closest thing I'm not to children. But you've been single for a long time. And I've went through what I like to call relationship tapas. Try here, try there. Try that flavour, try that flavour.
Yeah.
But it's never really kind of worked out. I noticed that I was kind of swinging from one extreme to the other, kind of going for that guy who's confident and exciting, but treated you like crap.
Yeah.
And then the other side of going for someone who's safe, they like me more than what I like them, so I'm not going to get hurt. Mm-hmm. So there's been a variety here of like, 2 different ends of the spectrum. Mm-hmm. I've been in a relationship for just over a year, which is great. Mm-hmm. But you're still in a place where you're dating, you want to think companionship. Yeah, and totally. Because we're in our 30s, what I experienced as well when I was dating was it's a minefield.
It's like, what are these men in their 30s? What are they on? What water are they drinking? Because it's not working. It's not okay.
Yeah.
It is, but it's a difficult one because women in their 30s, they are like, obviously, yes, I have kids. You say you don't have your kids. But I have friends that want kids that are single and have been single for a while as well. And they're just like not finding anybody at all that's compatible with them. Like the dating apps, I mean, come on, they are just a pen shine anyway. Like everybody's on the same apps. Like they just go on everything. Yeah.
Round in circles, basically. It's the same on every app.
Right. Yeah. So I'm just refusing. I'm not going back on them anymore. Like it's just the same people. I feel like now we should all come off it together collectively. Like, right, we don't want each other. But maybe we should look at support group or something.
Like start support group on a ladies tonight.
How are you? Totally. But you're right. It is a complete minefield. It's a complete head fuck. Guys say they want a certain thing, and then all of a sudden it's like you're too much, or you expect too much too soon. But you've been dating for 6 months. It's like wait a minute here, like.
Well, this is the thing, it's like situationships.
Oh, don't get started with situationship.
Tantalising taste, or this could be my boyfriend's, but maybe they just don't want to commit. Mm-hmm. But then that was the question of what I truly feel is real. It takes a real man to commit to a woman.
Yeah.
Because the thing that people in relationships, because from an outsider perspective, you're like, oh, they've got a relationship and they look really happy, but that took work.
Yeah.
Or is it all at face value?
Yeah.
Because I know, or heard of, shall I say, plenty of people who are playing happy families and playing happy couples, and actually they're just in a relationship for habit. Or they don't want to lose it because it is somewhat stable in this kind of chaotic one that they're in. Or they're genuinely happy, but they've had to work in the relationship. Like, how many times have they had to forgive each other? How many times have they had to compromise their relationship? How many times have they had to really fight and go forward? Because really, really what love is choice.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's how you win it.
That's like, exactly what I've always thought. And I don't know if you're the same, because we're the same age, right?
Yeah.
But growing up with Disney and this Disney fantasy, look at each other, instant love. I was completely not like in that fantasy for sure.
Where's my kids?
And we're both Libras as well, so we love.
Oh, yeah, love. Yeah, love. And love.
So then with that, I had this kind of fantasy in my head, and I built up fantasies with the guys that I would date, and it was just nonsense. It was birthday card push, as they say.
But you're not the only person that's doing that. Like, a lot of women do that. I don't think that's a bad thing though. It's like you just have a certain way that you want a relationship to be. And I don't think it's bad.
No, it's one of those things where maybe you've got like an idea of what a relationship should be, and then you've got a knowing in your gut what a relationship should be. And I held on to that knowing, but kept getting distracted by the fantasy. And I think that's where I went wrong. Because I was too busy, like, you know, Disney princess love, projecting this massive fantasy onto guys who were just below par. They were not good enough for me, you know, and that's not big-headed. That's a confident thing to say when you've worked on yourself, which we'll get to in like later episodes and stuff. But when you've worked on yourself and you're in a place where you're like content and at peace with yourself, you're not going to put up with someone treatment anymore.
No.
If you treat yourself like shit, and if you hurt yourself, you're going to attract that back. Totally true. And especially like people pleaser, I was a chronic people pleaser, which just brings in kind of narcissistic people who want to take advantage of all that kind of stuff. And then when the penny drops, you're like, no, it's actually better being single than to deal with a boy.
I want a boy. I want a man.
I'm buying. And there's a difference.
There's a big difference. Yeah. Someone emotionally secure that actually, you know, they can see what their actions do. I'm over all the words, see all the bullshit. Like, mouth. I'm over that. Show me
actions where it's at, mate. It is. Actions where it's at.
Yeah, 100%. Instead of being like, you know, oh yeah, I'll take you out this weekend. Okay, have you got to?
Yep. If you can't plan a date, you can't plan a future.
100% agree.
And that's what we're after.
And that's a tape. No, it's true though. Like, why would you settle for anything less? If I can take myself out and I can provide everything for myself already without you, what are you going to be bringing me? If you don't add value in my life, then...
And that's what these both should be doing.
Yeah.
If two people are genuine, like no matter if you're gay, straight, whatever, if two people want like a loving and committed relationship, you have to put the effort in and you have to show up. And sometimes, like, you like the person and you get on really well, and this is something else I've been going off on a mad tangent here, but I sometimes mistook, because I get on really well with them as a friend, I'm thinking, oh wait, this can leak and jump to a romantic relationship, but actually we're just really good friends.
Yes.
This has happened with me before when it's a good on paper guy, you know. We look the same, we're both heavily tattooed, we're both really nice people, we both mean really well, we get on really well, but can that jump to like a long-term committed relationship? Sometimes it doesn't.
No. Sometimes they're just there to be a friend.
Yeah. And that's a good thing whenever you discover this and you end up, you know, it's not for you at the end of the day. It's an amicable breakup.
Yeah. Well, that's just what happened to him.
Yeah.
Literally, like, we vibe more as big friends.
Yeah.
Then it only lasted, a few weeks. And don't get me wrong, that was hard to get through. Of course it was. That was, but I think it's more mourning the friendship and mourning the relationship than anything.
Or even mourning the thought of a future.
Oh, yeah.
Because again, like, we build it up in our heads, like this fantasy of how we want it to be.
Yeah.
Or try to marry up the fantasy to the knowing of what it is. The correct universe. The correct relationship for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all in all, total minefield. And honestly, I think the key is to build an amazing bonded relationship with yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need to trust yourself.
And that's when the work comes in. But as we said, we'll go into that as actually an episode of what Sam's done and what I've done to work on myself and things. But getting that like good relationship with yourself, knowing yourself, getting to know yourself, including the parts you don't necessarily want to look at, which I think is the toughest part.
That's the one. Just taking accountability of your part, the role that you played in those situations.
The suffering that you put yourself through.
Yeah.
But no one's be like, wanting to be more like, well, they did that to me.
Point, blame.
When actually, what if you point it back to yourself and be like, what have I done that's actually making me go through these repeated cycles all the time where I'm not finding the relationship that I really truly want? Like, what's going on within me that I'm attracting?
Yeah, like these types of relationships.
There must be I must be treating myself subpar on some level.
Yeah, like,
You know?
yeah, like I'm respecting myself by being in these situations and allowing it to get to a certain point, you know?
Yeah.
There's certain times where, like, God's past relationships, I go with my gut, and I was been hitting the signs left, right, centre.
You're talking to the choir here.
Yeah, honestly. And you would think, oh no, maybe it's just anxiety, like, or maybe I'm just sick that day, whatever, but it's not. It's fucking gut. Just be like, mate, you're in the wrong relationship. This isn't okay. Like, your body literally tells you when someone's not right for you.
I saw a guy in the 3 and a half months for online.
Yeah.
I had the worst anxiety of my entire life. I wouldn't wish this for my worst enemy, right? It was horrendous. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. And it was because my gut was telling me, run a million miles from this person. But again, I was in this fantasy of, could this be him?
But is this fear taking over? Am I just worried of, like, what if in the future? Is it anxiety of that?
It's my insecurity because it can't be him. No one can. But actually, sometimes. And it fucking is. Sometimes it is.
Okay, guys. Yeah,
that's the balance. That's the balance.
Yeah.
Are you having a good relationship with yourself?
Yep.
Right? And who is actually in front of you? Who is coming to you, taking you on dates? Who is seeing you? And are they connect for you? Because they could be, as I said before, a really, really nice person, somebody to get on with. But there's just something missing. Maybe there's a confidence thing missing. Maybe there's that spark that you get.
Yeah, there is something.
Yeah. I watched an episode of Sex and the City the other day, and Carrie was basically talking about the Zaza that spark you get and that fire when you're just like, there's something between us.
Yeah, it's like a chemical reaction, isn't it? That's how it feels.
The Zaza, like, you need that in order for anything to actually.
I'm not saying it for mediocre. Like, I can't do it. I just can't. See if someone even, like, chatting, like, not in person, but, like, texting. And there's no chat, there's no humour, no nothing.
Hi, how's you?
Oh. Do you know what?
I'm just reading to see.
I'm great, thanks. I'm just going to do what I was doing. I'm going to go watch more Grey's Anatomy right now, actually. Like, how are you though?
See you later.
Goodbye. Oh my god.
I used to, when I was on the dating apps, I used to, I'm like, not link now, and I got this from someone, by the way, so I'm not stealing it. Well, I did steal it. I'm just admitting that I'm stealing it. I said, I was like, hi, what's your favourite 10p crisps? And that was my opener. So like, hi, what's your favourite 10p crisps? Because you've got one of two reactions. One is two, because you know, like, Tangy Toms and Space Rangers and all that, and then proper good 10p crisps, which are now like the ends now, they do like robbery. But you get one or two responses for this. You either get somebody being like, 10p crisps, and they're not 30 pence now, blah, blah. You're just like, right, one, you just show you get no pattern. They're like, play with me.
Yeah.
Play with me.
Yeah. I get conversational fun.
Play with me. Play with this. You know?
And you get none of it. It's free. None of it. You got none of it. You never got it.
And the other response was, like, they'll jump in and go, oh, interesting question. I'll say blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll ask you who your favourite 10p crisp is, and then you can go into chocolate. Caramel Freddo, should I love a caramel Freddo? Like a Curly Wurly.
Yeah.
Fuck me up with the Curly Wurly. Fuck me up with Curly Wurly. I'm a man. I'm a now.
Oh my god, do you remember the toffos? Oh, I love the different flavour toffos.
Yes.
Not just the bed packets, not the whole layer packet, it's all different flavours.
Yes.
Wait, who decided they were not allowed to make one? Like, I need to talk to that person because they were my favourite.
They discontinue stuff like this all the time. That's their game.
Mm-hmm.
However, that was my only question because I want to weed out the folk that don't have pattern. So you're going to get, obviously, guys that do have pattern, or girls.
They give it like that instant, you get it instant, yeah.
And from there, you can continue. And then when you meet them, what vibe are they giving off?
Yeah.
Are they creepy? Are they respectful? Are they interested in what you have to say?
Yeah, do they always turn around on them?
Are they always talking about themselves? That's a red flag. If they're always talking about themselves, they're not really asking you questions to get to know you. Because at the end of the day, going on a date, it's essentially an interview. You're going and you're catching the vibe, you're seeing what this other person might have to offer. And I think you can pick up a lot from somebody's body. I mean, it's
body language does everything.
80% and how they communicate through body language.
Yeah.
That's why it's so essential. And like somebody, like it's great to chat back and forth and have a bit of pattern, but do you know what are you doing that for months and months and months on end for? Like, if you like someone, get the date locked down, go for a wee, 30-minute coffee date.
Right, and if people format texting bullshit, like, fuck's sake.
Right.
No, do you know what I do when I go on dates? Right, I learned that from my auntie. This is her date advice for me, like, many years ago. So she's like, you men, like the packs of crisps. You hear me out?
Oh, damn.
They're a flavour. Now, what's your flavour of crisp? What's your go-to favourite flavour of a crisp?
From cock. Onion. Give me a cocktail.
It's too much for me. It's too much for me.
Too tired.
It's tangy. Right?
Fucking shit, I like it.
But I like, oh my gosh, McCoy's steak. Do you know? You're my favourite.
Sure.
Or a wee sweet chilli, say like your mate had sweet chilli, like that. What did you?
You like it, mate?
Yeah. Like my start. Yeah, so you see them like you like what kind of flavour that, Who wants ready salted? That's mediocre. Plain, ready or basic.
Ready salted's alright. So like a once in a blue moon. If you need to scratch a crisp edge, then ready salted. I mean,
they'll do it. Just me. And that one will do. But yeah, that's how I view them. I give them in my mind. I'm like, what flavour are you doing right now? Like, yeah,
it's cheese and onion. It's just not going to cut it.
I know. So like my top flavour that I go off is my steak McCoy steak. My second is my Thai sweet chilli. They're my two go-tos.
Meaty and spicy. You need to get spicy meat.
Yeah. So if I put a guy in one of these two categories, then I'm like, okay, I'll go on another date with you. Like, I quite like it. You've got at least some that I'm looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then if you want to invest in the multi-pack,
that's dating. That's just dating around.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's just it though. You need to try all the flavours to know what your favourite is.
That's why I say relationship tapas. I'm sure people who have followed me or who've known me from the local area have probably been like, because this is what I would be like in my situation, like, who should they know? Who's this guy? Like, but unless you're in the situation, you really don't know. You really don't know. You just know that you're looking for something, you're looking for companionship, and you know in your gut how that look feels and smells, but you get this to contend with.
You need this and this.
And I need be inside.
Like, come on, guys.
It's the goddamn Vegas left.
I need to reset mine.
I'm going to reset.
Reset me. Yeah, but yeah, no. But it's so true though, like, you need to date about time. Before you, like, actually find your person, you need to go out and, explore.
And find out. And that is why it's a bit of a minefield, because we're in such a modern day where things are so easily disposable. See, if you want something, you can order it on Amazon, it can come the next day. We're not really having to work for things like how we used to. Like, I feel like sometimes, and we do weddings, and sometimes I feel like you get those weddings where it is true love, and then you get other types of weddings that are like, are you just getting married because you're just so used to being with each other? And you're just getting married for the correct reasons? Are you just getting married for life? Because when you enter into a marriage, that's when there is a lot of nitty-gritty. There's so much, like, people are so, like, multi-layered, and people can be together for years and still find out things about each other.
Oh, yeah.
And that stuff comes up, like, you know, what happens if you are going through a tough time and one of you is angry, one of you is sad, and then that's clashing. And then there's a communication thing where the communication has to get adapted and just get better in order to understand each other, and then forgive the person for being angry, forgive the person for being sad, and then move forward. There's a lot of work that goes into it.
Yeah, there is.
And I think people don't really want to make the effort to make it
actually make it work. It's like with social media, it's too easy to just leave. It's too easy to go and find someone else. Like, Instagram's like a hotspot for like dating. That essentially should be advertised as a dating app these days. Like, see the amount of guys that can't even mad DMs. Like, I'm not as that anyway. They're slamming. I don't humour it, like, not at all. But it's like, it's mind blowing. Yeah. And a lot of them, they have partners. And you're like, well, hold on a minute here. What are you actually doing? Like, they always think the grass is greener, or it's their ego. They want to be validated so badly and have like multiple girls in their DMs to feel like they are some sort of lad, or, you know, like they're attractive. Like, it's a constant need that's like deep insecurity, to be honest.
Well, that's exactly what it is. Like, if you feel the need to talk to another guy when you're in a relationship, or talk to another woman while you're in a relationship, what is going on in that relationship that you're wanting to do that?
Yeah.
Instead of just, you know, flying the white flag and going, let's talk about what's going on, because our relationship dynamics changed. So what is actually happening between us? Because this needs to be fixed, because I want to go and look at somebody else. That should immediately be like, right, let's have a conversation.
100%. But the way I view it as well is like, a lot of people are like, that's not cheating. And I'm like, no, it is. See if I've got a man, right? And he's on and he's either following girls like every day, like someone new every day, it's another girl, or he's on liking another girl's picture, or DMing them, or even reacting to their stories. All of that is like, that to me is a level of cheating. That's a starting level before it then.
It's emotional cheating.
It is.
It's emotional cheating.
Yeah, that's like they're still keeping their options open, and they're showing those other girls, it's not a partner, that they're interested in them. Because as soon as, like, I mean, for us, if I see a guy's like reacting to my story or trying to come in my DMs or liking my posts, like,
you're like, they fancy me.
They fancy me. Yeah, like, obviously, I mean, you know. But that's how we think, though, as women, that's how we think.
Yeah.
So, but that is what it is. It's a level of cheating, and that is they still essentially keeping their options. That's their action.
Yeah.
That's them showing you, I'm keeping my option open. You are not a priority to me, and I want to go and see who else I've got. But I'm still shopping.
This all comes back round to, it takes a man to commit to a woman.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, we're not saying that there's any gender that's better than anything else. Men have loads of pros and women have loads of pros, but both of us have cons as well. And the kind of compromise when it comes to men and women is men think logically, whereas we are more emotional.
Yeah.
And our cycles are different. Men have a testosterone dump every 15 minutes, and women's cycle is over 28 days. So they might go through all the emotions, if they do go through emotions, in a day, but we have a high point, and you guys will enjoy. And then we've got a low point.
You're loving that.
But then a low point as well, that week before your period, that's another episode. That week before your period, you know?
Get out of my way. Don't look at me.
You know, so it goes up and down, and there has to be a level of understanding with that as well. So it does take a real man to commit to a woman. So that's why when it comes to the emotional cheating, logically there's no physical thing happening, which is kind of justification for that man. But for us, I'm like, that's not showing the commitment that I want.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for the red carpet to be rolled out and to get, you know, all these gifts and to be serenaded, which we absolutely deserve.
So it's like, yeah, Sarah, that's for that.
But we're talking about, like, you know, respect and honour.
Respect and honour.
Respect and honour. Sisters in arms. You know,
Gladiator coming out in there. We're like, right? Respect and honour.
That's what it's really about. Respect me and honour me enough.
Amen.
To not
respect my boundaries.
Yeah. To not like go and look at other women or mistreat me. Respect me and honour me enough as a fellow human being. Treat me with kindness.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if it turns out that I'm not the person for you, that's okay.
Yep.
I'll go over that in time. I'm a big girl. I'm an adult now. I'm in 30's. You know? And I can deal with that.
Yeah.
But just respect and honour me enough, just tell me the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
And the guys can sometimes be afraid that I'm going to absolutely lose it. Because the word, like, kind of psychos kind of thrown around a lot in kind of circles, which it can be valid for some women, and those women kind of, us women kind of a bit of a bad rap. But just respect and honour, just tells the truth.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, it takes a real man to commit to a woman.
Yeah, yeah.
And with the right people, the right couple, it flows easy. You'll come up naturally obstacles in your relationships. Yeah. Two different personalities. There is going to be compromise. There is going to be, like, forgiveness. But it shouldn't be a constant battle.
No.
You shouldn't want to fight or beg someone to love you.
No, that shouldn't be a priority. Like, if you've already clearly stated, I'm not comfortable with you doing that. If I've done it once, you've caught me. And you've clearly read, right, not for me, that's my boundary, don't like it. And then they proceed to keep doing it. And you just got to keep it. Yeah. You're not missing out on anything at all.
Well, I'd followed this amazing life coach called Yana Van Zandt. She's up in school. She speaks about how just, and had a bit like Mel Robbins as well, the let them theory. This is kind of going off that, but basically being like, let people be who they are. So saying a kind of partner perspective, let your man or your woman be who they are, and then you get to decide if you want to participate in that or not.
Yeah, 100%.
And sometimes it's easier said than done. Again, your gut will tell you. Because coming back to the 3.5 months relationship, my gut's like, no. But because I wanted commitment and companionship so much, I made justifications for that person. But then it got to a point where the pressure build-up and the anxiety got so bad that I was like, I have to remove you from my life. And then everything started falling into place. It's the pressure build-up. Yeah. But that'll be another episode as well.
Guys, thanks for watching. But yeah, like, going off that, like, in the last relationship I was with, like, I ended up, like, I'm always at the gym and stuff like that. I ended up not going half as much as what I would go as. So I noticed that was kind of affecting me a bit. But then I started getting acne, like, my skin broke out, but so badly.
Which is great, the confidence.
Honestly. But yeah, so there was that. Then I got endometriosis. I went into one of the worst flare-ups I have had in years. Like, I get flare-ups like, like every other month I get one. But this was like, it was coming on for over a month. Like, I could barely walk at, like, at peak point, which happens to be when, we split. And that's fine. All right, I'm doing the right thing.
So, like, stress induced.
Yeah,
like the pain was stress induced.
Yeah.
Or at least your body was telling you on a subconscious level, like, if you're not listening to your gut, your body will start shutting down in the body.
Yeah. So that changed. See, as soon as, like, maybe a couple of weeks after, like, the breakup, my skin was great. My hair started getting shiny, the flare-up was gone. I was back at the gym, I was like, I had this, like, glow about me. And I mean, that wasn't even, like, a long thing I was in either, but it just shows you it doesn't need to be, like, years and years.
And especially someone else's energy, how it can impact you.
Yeah.
And how you know that person, like, should I keep this person in my life? Well, everyone's kind of saying no. So it's probably a good idea to walk away. That's quite hard. It's when you've built the fantasy up in minds. I feel like this is coming full circle.
It is full circle.
I feel like this is coming full circle now.
What can people expect in the podcast? So you can expect a lot of truth about
from our perspective. So I just want to reiterate, anything that me and Sam do say on this podcast is completely in our opinion. That's what we talk about doesn't reflect anybody else, and it's coming from our experiences.
Yeah, so our experiences, our perspective, our take on various topics, you know, whether it's like periods, relationships, how we've healed from past traumas,
talking about like traumas as well, obviously without naming names or anything like that. But just like girl chat, and we're kind of doing this just to see where it goes, to be honest. Like, we've kind of wanted to start a podcast. It's now kind of come to fruition. We've put these actions in place, and we're just going to see where it leads. And if it helps someone, or it gives you a smile on a bad day, then this is kind of done its job, really, to be honest.
So we're noticing more and more when we get clients in, this is how we talk anyway to each other and our clients. And we found that it would start to help them. There was wee snippets that were like, I've never heard it from that perspective or that point of view. So we're going to just go with this and just see where it takes us. But it's just to like voice our own inner thoughts.
Inner thoughts, inner monologues, our personal opinions, and just see where it goes. But if you've tuned in to this first episode, we want to give a massive thank you to you. Like, subscribe, do all the shenanigans that needs to be done. Thanks, Gabby. We've got Instagram, we've got email. Find us on there, Just Two Lassies. Yes, TikTok. Just Two Lassies. And even if you want to write to us, just about topics that we can talk about, embarrassing stories, or
if there's advice that you might want
advice. Yeah, exactly. Anything that you want to kind of write in about, just get opinion. Everything's anonymous, so don't feel like you can't reach out. If there is a name, we're not going to judge or anything like that. This is a judgment-free zone. You're perfectly safe in here with us in the beautiful pink Aura Salon. So thank you so much.